Hello and welcome to IN Talks. Today we have with us Mr. Rajinder Gupta. He is chairman of the Ludhiana-based Trident Group. Welcome to our show, sir. Pleasure having you. Mr. Gupta is not only a successful business person, but he's also known for his philanthropical activities. Sir, if I may straight get into the question, we have seen the economic growth, the GDP growth numbers. It was a dismal performance, 23.9% contraction. Do you think the worst is over? Going ahead, we'll be seeing better demand, better consumption, and investments will also start picking up?
No, I have no doubts about that. I think worst is over. We are heading for a great V-shaped recovery. Even in the lowest form of GDP, our rural economy has done very well.
Yes. So you just spoke about Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, in terms of manufacturing, we have heard a lot of business captains saying that the ground level problems still exist. There have been a few announcements by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman. Do you think those measures are good enough to take care of the manufacturing industry?
Well, government has did the best in last many years, not only during COVID but before COVID. The amount of changes, revolutionary changes government has brought in terms of the minimum government, maximum governance kind of thing, that is unparalleled in terms of tax rebates and various things. Yes, industry take its own time to weed in a new
Right.
new ecosystem, new environment system. Now, when the nation is coming up more cleaner, more leaner, so the new kind of India is emerging. So the new thoughts will emerge. Biggest advantage in which India should see, even in the COVID, the way digital India has performed, the way we have not let anything go and anything working on the penetration of internet, on technology, on banking, on everything. That's an example by itself.
In the next few months, do you see demand coming up? We have the festive season coming in. Do you see demand picking up before the festive season kicks in?
My is what could be one area of concern, which I will say, what is the parity or disparity in growth? How we ensure for me, I always see that government is a welfare state.
Yes.
The government reach as a welfare partner to those who will not able to cope up with the pace and the speed. India want to grow, or India should grow after the opening up of FDIs, after bringing a lot of multinationals coming in, after the urbanization taking place. So we don't want the disparity should take place in a people who's growing on a free highway and people who are moving on a muddy or on a patchy roads, and people who are not exposed to that.
Talking about Chinese imports, we have always had this narrative that cheap Chinese imports have actually dampened our manufacturing industry. Would you agree to that, sir?
China has become an industrial powerhouse. There's no second opinion about that. And they did everything. No, China was a closed economy. China was practically the economy which nobody can question.
Right.
They did everything what they were supposed to do. And I think Indian entrepreneur or Indian industrialist or even an Indian artisan or an Indian hard worker was not far behind China. But I think in next 5 years, Indian industrial revolution or Indian growth story will be very, very different.
What are those areas, and what else should be done to kind of fuel the India growth story?
I think the government came at a very, very right time. They announced what the best they can do with the given resources. The amount of package was very, very immense, amazing, and mind-boggling. Now, that was the intent of the government. Trickle-down effect or the ripple effect of those may take a little longer. To fuel economy and key, well, that's true, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and I will say Atmanirbhar Bharat is very, very important, and that's we call it a pride, which you call it.
Yeah.
I will also say Atmanirbhar Bharatiya is also important. How to become
Okay.
Atmanirbhar Bharatiya.
You announced just after the scrapping of Article 370, you announced that your group would be investing around rupees 1,000 crore and rupee investment in the valley. So, to what, where has it reached? I mean,
The investment is not for sake of any. It's not a
Just
business
for-
investment.
okay.
It's practically that if given a choice to explore the possibilities of to create a local employment,
okay.
to use the local raw material and create a global market from there. My humble submission is that all the conflicts, every conflicts of any kind, was resolved politically, not administratively.
Okay.
So I think now the time has come when these conflicts will resolve politically. It will be my endeavor. I am the most happiest person on the earth. I feel fully achieved the day I able to create employment for Kashmiri women and young child, and able to consume the local raw material and can give them the global market.
We heard Mr. Gupta. Mr. Gupta, like I told you earlier, is not only a business personality, but he's also a philanthropist. In fact, right now, Sonu Sood, the actor, has joined hands with Mr. Gupta to help the helpless. If I'm correct, sir, would you like to throw a little bit of light on that?
Well, I will not call help the helpless. They were not helpless. मैंने अपने इतिहास में इतने ताकतवर इंसान नहीं देखे जो लोग इमोशनली इतने स्ट्रांग थे, हज़ारों मील चले, और किसी भी वजह से, चाहे सोनू सूद जी हों या सरकार की बहुत पॉलिसीज़ हों, हमने अभी कह रखा कि हम 5,000 से ऊपर कहीं से भी लोग आना चाहेंगे, उनको रोज़गार चाहे वो कल लें, और वो भी 18,000 से ऊपर. शायद ट्राइडेंट एक पहली ऐसी कंपनी थी जिसने लॉकडाउन होते ही अपने वर्कर की सैलरी में 40% इंक्रीमेंट दी थी. मैं बड़े फ़ख्र से कहना चाहता हूँ कि हमने पिछले 3 महीनों में अपनी एक्सपोर्ट को डबल किया है, और हमारी कंपनी का उत्पादन 40% ग्रोथ हुई है in last 3 months in production.
So that's
And I
commendable.
salute my Karmyogis.
Absolutely, that's commendable considering we have had a very stringent lockdown for months. So the key takeaways from Mr. Gupta were these, that we need to follow the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme. We from here probably will go into a V-shaped recovery, which is good news for all of us. And the best part is, according to Mr. Gupta, the worst is over. So more power to you, sir. Thank you for spending your time with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, and keep watching India Narrative News Views and for more insights. Thank you.